Today on Public Eye News, a suspect is arrested after calling in bomb and shooting threats to an Iron Mountain bank. And later, we'll have everything you need to know about the recent settlement that Attorney General Dana Nessel made with pharmaceutical companies.
Toby Camilli will have your weather forecast for the next couple of days. He'll also bring you today's sports breakdown. I'm Austin Graham.
And I'm Luke Niddle, and this is Public Eye News. Today is finally Election Day in the United States, and voters in Michigan have turned out in numbers before in-person polls open today. According to the Michigan Department of State, nearly 45% of active registered voters have already cast a ballot, including over 1.2 million at early voting sites. As of yesterday, just under 3.2 million voters have casted their ballots for early voting in total, compared to the 2020 election, where just 2.8 million voted early. Of the 3.2 million, 55% of voters were female, while 44.9% were male. In Marquette County, just under 48% of the population has voted so far via absentee and early ballots. In total, 7,429 ballots have been cast in Marquette County during the early period. And a 48-year-old Ironwood woman has been arrested following a traffic stop where she was charged with operating while intoxicated and operating without a valid driver's license, her third subsequent charge of an OWI. The suspect was pulled over for a traffic stop on Lowell Street in Ironwood after state troopers noticed a vehicle committing multiple hazardous driving violations, including driving on the wrong side of the road. The woman was taken to the Gogebic County Jail and was released on a $1,000 bond.
The First National Bank in Iron Mountain received a bomb threat on Monday, according to a press release from the Iron Mountain Police Department. The bank received bombing and shooting threats, prompting law enforcement officials to evacuate and secure the building. The police department later arrested a suspect and stated that an investigation is still ongoing. Further details of the incident won't be released until the investigation is completed and charges are requested from the Dickinson County prosecutor. If anyone has any tips regarding the incident, they can contact the Iron Mountain Police Department at 906-774-1234. And the NMU Health Center has informed campus that a member of the community has been diagnosed with pertussis, commonly known as whooping cough. According to an email sent by the NMU Health Center, an individual in the northern community has been diagnosed with whooping cough, an illness that is caused by a type of bacteria. Symptoms include sneezing, runny nose, a dry cough, and a low-grade fever. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services has called attention to the recent increase in cases throughout the state, urging residents to get up to date with their vaccinations. If you're experiencing any symptoms, contact your personal physician or the NMU Health Center at 906-227-2355. And Northern Michigan University is set to host a public panel featuring refugee and migrant voices. The panel, titled Refugee Voices of Resilience, focuses on former refugees and migrants that now serve in governmental, humanitarian, and educational roles. Each panelist will highlight their journey to the United States and how they have given back to their communities. The event is also aiming to provide NMU students with meaningful engagement opportunities. Refugee Voices of Resilience will take place this Thursday at the Seaborg Center Auditorium from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The event is free for all participants. And if you're trying to figure out what to do with your pumpkin now that Halloween is come and gone, you're not alone. WCCO's Adam Duxter explores an environmentally friendly option. Take a look.
Richfield's Veterans Park is usually calm on a fall Saturday morning. But this is no ordinary Saturday. And if you're brave enough to make it to the middle of all this carnage, you'll find Batman, otherwise known as Adam Hussein.
They find joy in the simplest things. Better he smashes stuff here than in the apartments.
Adam's dad, Mohammed, happy to bear witness to this great pumpkin smash.
Oh yes, working full-time as a single father. Any fun smashing to get the frustration out is always good. So yes, I wish we had more pumpkins.
In the total destruction of this beloved fall staple.
You know, we're producing anywhere between 1 to 2 billion pumpkins a year in the United States.
Is actually for a good cause. Because when pumpkins go in the trash,
Instead of degrading and breaking down in a way that's beneficial, they're going to end up kind of breaking down and start producing methane gas, which is an incredibly potent greenhouse gas.
Instead, these pumpkins will go to compost, and then
Yeah, within about 60 to 90 days, we'll have a really rich soil amendment that has benefits for kind of any project it can be used for around the state. Such a unique process that not only benefits our environment by diverting things from landfills, but it's going to start supporting, engineering projects around the county. It can start supporting gardens, farms. It has a lot of potential.
all this mess so fun. The Husseins took care of their neighbors' pumpkins too.
They were really excited. They're like, yeah, please go ahead and take them.
Call it chaos for a cause. In Richfield, Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
Now don't touch that dial. After this short break, Toby will be back with your weather forecast.
Think all the people out there frightened.
2 dead bodies in quick succession. We're dealing with a serial killer.
You were the key witness. What did you see?
The landscape of criminal investigation.
Of course. We're not going to miss this, are we?
We are all in this together.
Welcome to your public eye weather report. Looking at the roof cam, you can see it's very cloudy, lots of showers, very wet day. And looking across the UP, showers all around. 46 in Houghton, 43 degrees in Ironwood, 48 degrees in Iron Mountain, 53 degrees in Menominee, and working our way across, 50 degrees in Escanaba, and 49 degrees in Manistique, 55 degrees in Sault Ste. Marie, and 48 degrees in Armarquette. Today, there's showers, and it's 48. The winds are northeast at 9 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 29.69 inches and falling. And tonight, it will be a low of 48 with showers and a winds northeast 10 miles per hour, and the moon phase is a waxing crescent. Tomorrow it will be cloudy with a high of 49, a low of 42, and the winds will be north-northwest at 8 miles per hour. Looking ahead into the weekend, we'll see some sun on Thursday and Friday with a high of 50 and a low of 39 on Thursday, and a high of 50 as well and a low of 41 on Friday. On Saturday, it will be cloudy with a high of 50 and a low of 38. And that's all I have for weather. Back to the desk.
Thank you for that weather update, Toby. Glad to see those region-wide showers are going to clear up. Jumping back into some more national news, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has announced that November is College Scholarship Month. The declaration is in an effort to raise awareness about the resources available to Michiganders pursuing a skills certificate or college degree. The month is also spreading awareness of Michigan's 60 by 30, a project which aims to increase the number of working adults with a certificate or college degree from 51.1% to 60% by 2030. According to MyLeap, over 101,000 college students received some form of scholarship in the 2023-24 school year. Several programs are available to adults that want to pursue a certificate or degree, such as Michigan Reconnect, which allows residents 21 and older to attend their local community college or tribal college tuition-free, and mostly tuition-free to an out-of-district school. And Attorney General Dana Nessel has joined an alliance of 50 states and territories to announce a pair of significant cooperation agreements with Heritage Pharmaceuticals and Apotex. The settlements total to $49.1 million, with the payout coming as allegations of both companies engaged in widespread, long-running conspiracies to artificially inflate and manipulate prices, reduce competition, and other illegal practices. As part of sentencing, both companies have agreed to internal audits to ensure fair competition and antitrust law compliance. The settlement with Heritage has been settled in the U.S. District Court of Connecticut and Hartford, and the Apotex settlement is expected to be ruled in the District Court in the near future. And as the war between Israel and Hamas goes on, some in that region believe their fate lies in the hands of the next American president. CBS's Leah Mishkin reports from London.
Across Israel, signs show a clear favorite, with a majority of people hoping to see Donald Trump back in the Oval Office.
Trump will do a lot of stuff also to put an end to the war and to bring back the hostages alive.
I'm not very strong supportive of Kamala, but I'm really afraid of Trump.
Still, nearly 2/3 of Israelis polled by the Israel Democracy Institute believe the former president is better for Israel's interests, with just 13% siding with Vice President Kamala Harris.
I would like to see Donald Trump winning.
I think I would choose Kamala Harris because I think Trump is really crazy.
The sentiment in Gaza is less focused on who will win. This woman living in the rubble expressed what many Palestinians feel. They just want the war to end. Others are doubtful a changing U.S. leadership will change their situation.
For me, Republican or Democrats are the same thing. They are two faces for the same coin.
Back in Israel, more than a year after Hamas's brutal terror attacks, families of hostages hope a new U.S. administration will bring a fresh look at negotiations to bring their loved ones home. Leah Mishkin, CBS News.
Stay right there, because after this break, Toby will be back with a scorching hot sports report. Stick around.
The final night of an extraordinary campaign. Will voters send Donald Trump back to the White House?
We stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years.
Or will Kamala Harris make history?
Are you ready to make your voices heard?
A PBS News special, Election 2024, Tuesday, November 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central.
Welcome to your Public Eye Sports Report. I'm your host, Toby Camilli. Starting things off on the volleyball court, after going 3-0 last week, NMU swept the weekly volleyball awards for the GLIAC. Jacqueline Smith was awarded Offensive Player of the Week with 62 kills on the week and a career-high 28 coming in the game against Michigan Tech. Allie Barlow was named Setter of the Week in the GLIAC. Barlow recorded 147 assists during the last 3 games, including 62 in NMU's game against Michigan Tech. This is Barlow's second time receiving this honor this season. Liesl Haugen was named Defensive Player of the Week. Haugen had 63 digs for the Cats, with a career high 31 coming against Michigan Tech. The team will travel down to Big Rapids on Friday to take on the Ferris State Bulldogs. Now let's take a step over to the pitch. NMU women's soccer player Brooke Pietla was named GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week. This honor comes after Pietla's monster performance against Parkside. Pietla recorded a goal and 2 assists in the 5-0 blowout. Pietla has 9 goals on the season so far and is averaging just about half a goal a game for the Cats. Pietla is second in total points in the GLIAC with 25. This is the second consecutive week that Pietla was a recipient of this award. Now we head to Detroit, where Cade Cunningham led the Detroit Pistons to a 115-103 win against the Los Angeles Lakers, recording his 3rd career triple-double with 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. Jaden Ivey scored 26 points, and Tim Hardaway Jr. added 19. Anthony Davis was the top scorer for the Lakers with 37 points. The Pistons took control early, leading 33-22 after the first quarter and never gave up the lead. The Pistons have now won 3 out of their 4 last games, showing improvement under new coach J.B. Bickerstaff. The Lakers play in Memphis on Wednesday, while the Pistons will face Charlotte. And now back to the desk. Well, thank you very much for that sports update there, Toby. Luke, it's been pretty interesting to watch the NMU women's soccer team this year. They're just on a tear right now.
Oh, yeah, they had a little bit of a slow start to go on to the season, but it feels good to beat anybody 5-0, right? And they're going to have a really big test against Grand Valley.
Yeah, especially. Thank you so much for tuning in to Public Eye News today. I'm Austin Graham.
And I'm Luke Niddle.
We'll see you next time.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.